My talk at the table is a critically acclaimed actor. That would be David Oyelowo. He is best known for playing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That was the film Selma. Now he's starring in the new Paramount Plus show. It's called Lawmen, Bass Reeves, and he plays badass Bass Reeves. The series follows the true story of Bass Reeves, who escaped slavery and went on to become one of the first black deputy marshals in this country. Over the course of his legendary career, he arrested more than 3,000 outlaws. In this clip from Sunday's upcoming episode, Reeves' fate is in the hands of a judge after a deadly mission goes wrong. Here's a look.
Justice ain't nothing more costly. Now I'm ready to pay for mine and hell on the border. You paid yours, Judge Parker? Because I reckon you about to, because I ain't gonna be down there alone, am I? You gonna be sitting right next to me. So I'll go ahead and ask, how much time we're doing, sir?
How much time we doing, sir? David Oyelowo, we're happy to say, joins us in the studio. Congratulations to you, Mr. Oyelowo.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm so fascinated that this story is even on the screen, and it's because of the hard work and your passion for it. What drew you? Did you like Westerns as a kid?
Yeah, I grew up wanting to be a cowboy like a lot of
did?
kids. Yeah, as a 6-year-old watching The Lone Ranger and all those kind of things. But yeah, it was in 2014 someone approached me with the idea of me playing Bass Reeves, and I just couldn't believe that this guy wasn't already like Billy the Kid or Wyatt Earp, just so known.
Had you even heard of Bass Reeves?
No.
I've never heard of him until the show.
No. And even with the show coming out, so many people don't know who he is, which is why I was obsessed with telling the story.
So I want to hear about how you got into acting in the role, but first, you're also an executive producer, which is a new role for you, right?
I mean, I've produced movies, but this is my first American TV show, and doing 8 episodes of something, 6 months of shooting in Texas, that was new and something this big, so yeah.
You say you did it out of necessity. What was the necessity?
Just the fact that, you know, it's 150 years since these events have happened. Why have we not seen him in a movie, in a TV show? Why are kids not dressing up as him at Halloween? You know, I just didn't understand it because his achievements are just so seismic.
This past weekend, Oprah threw a party to celebrate the series, and we had some familiar faces in the building. I believe we have some shots. Okay, Gayle in the house. But you have mentioned saying that Oprah is like a mother to you. What would be the best advice that you ever heard from her?
Oh, she really taught me the power of no, you know, really being judicious with your choices. And I attribute the fact that Bass is in the world now partly to that. You know, you can spend time focused on things that are not really your calling, not really your destiny. This felt like destiny to me, much like when playing Dr. King came into my world. So I stuck with it, and she's a big reason why I was able to do that.
It felt like destiny to you. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you even know how to ride a horse? Do you ride a horse?
I've ridden, but not to the degree I had to for this. I mean, for about over a year, I was riding in different terrain because, you know, he was incredible at that. There were so many components to it, the accent, the physical strength component,
Let's go through this.
Let's talk about the accent, David, because not only, clearly you have a British accent, but Bass Reeves, you talk Southern, it's raspy, and you're even singing.
Right.
How do you do this? And it's like you drop your voice and you're talking. And
in addition to all the other roles where we have seen you flex this instrument that you have.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I mean, one of the great things about the way we've done this is that we cover 15 years of his life. So in the beginning of the show, he's in his mid-20s. By the end, he's in his late 30s. And I really wanted to show the passage of time. And it was a hard life, living out in the open like that. He was a farmer for about 10 years. That didn't go very well. So I just really wanted to show the effect it had on his body. And as we get older, you know, things change. He's
gone from his family, too, for great stretches of time. I know you're the father of 4.
Yeah.
Did you relate to that on that level about how do you balance? Because at one point, you're the one who plays your wife, Lauren, she's amazing.
Yes,
It's like, what's more important, your family or the job that you're doing?
Well, one of the things we really wanted to do is to make a show that wasn't just for fans of Westerns.
I think that's why I like it, because I'm not normally a Western girl.
Right.
I like it because you're in it. But I also like the family portion of
There's a
what you show.
relatability to
Yes.
it.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that's universal. No matter who you are, you can relate to the idea of a family, the work-life balance being a challenge. He's on the road a lot of the time. And basically, we framed the show around his desire to get back to his family. Every time he's out on the road, I need to get back to my family. And that, I think, is something that is making it not just feel like a Western, but something that is just a universal story that...
As an actor, you identify with that.
yeah, absolutely. I have 4
I've
kids.
seen your social media
Yes.
where you share these
Yes.
moments, intimate moments.
Oh, I hate being away from my kids. If I'm going to be away from my kids, it better be worth it to me. And so, you know, we were shooting this for 6 months. It was worth it, but it took a toll, as it does on Bass Reeves and his family.
But I was reading the rule is with you and your wife that you're not, I mean, you have 25 years together. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, she's awesome too.
The
Yeah.
rule is you try to not
Jessica?
spend 2
Yeah.
weeks, or more than 2 weeks away from one another.
Yeah, never more than 2 weeks. We did break it by 11 hours once, though.
Oh, shame.
I know.
He knows it by the hour.
I know. That's
Oh,
what I-
it was so painful. I mean, so painful.
Oh, that's love.
But I saw her the
yeah.
other night. She still seems in love, as do you.
I'm
the
very
other
in
thing
love,
that's
yeah.
great when the celebration, all the opportunities that you're giving to younger black actors on this role, because you don't see young black actors in a Western.
No.
Clearly that was important.
So
to you.
No,
true.
yeah, it
I hadn't
is.
thought of it until I looked around the room, actually.
Yeah, it's one of the things I'm most proud of. You know, like you mentioned Lauren E. Banks, who plays
Yes.
my wife in it. Phenomenal actress. Tosin Moronfola, who's amazing. I found out he's my cousin while we were shooting.
Wow.
In real life.
Yeah, in real life. So crazy. Grantham Coleman, Demi Singleton, Lonnie Chavis. You know, just really, really Joaquina Calacango, Forrest Goodluck, all these young actors who I truly believe are the future. And to have them in this one show is just really, really special.
It's a great show. It's a great series. I'm so glad it got made. People are learning about Bass
you.
Reeves, and I'm so glad it's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
Thank you.
me
So
too.
am I.
No
So
doubt.
am I.
Me
Thanks,
too.
guys.
I love Bass Reeves is David Oyelowo. The other good thing is people now know how to say Oyelowo. When it first came out, I'm like, how do you say his name?
I know. I always
all
said
know.
that's how I will know I've arrived.
Yes.
When they say it right.
Say the
David
name.
Oyelowo. We all know it. New episodes of Lawmen, Bass Reeves streams on Sundays on Paramount Plus, which, as you know, like CBS, is part of Paramount Global.